This is Digivation Network.
There is nothing the young ones can do. Whether leader trains them, you train them, and they have to buy I spend about 50 million to buy this every month. So for them to have something profitable, it's going to take them years. And that's why today, Nigerian youths we have the highest number of migrants to Canada, to Australia, to New Zealand, because they find it so difficult to survive. I've been in business for about 20 years now, before then Coca-Cola, before then Unilever. But things have changed, and the last 40 years, we are the only oil exporting country that has remained stagnant. When I mean stagnant, I mean stagnant. The per capita income 40 years ago was $2,000 in Nigeria. The per capita income today is the same $2,000. All other oil countries in the world, they have something tangible to show for it, except Nigeria. Why? So for those of us in government, I want us to think deep that the next 100 years, the people that will be here, what are they going to say about us? So on this note, I'll run through the slides and then I'll make it very brief because I know you don't have so much time, but I know it's very important for the youth that I lead, that I continue to make this point anywhere I find myself. The reason why they run to Canada is not because they want to go to Canada. The reason why they run to Canada is that they can't do what I do in the last 20 years. They can't. If you go to bank and they take a loan at 30% and they buy this now at 800 naira, no, they cannot survive. So please, those of us in government, let's think deep and see what we can do to change the scenario. Okay, my first slide here says that, yes, I put this slide on and it's probably one of the most important slides. This is what the future looks like. In 1900, we have 2 billion people in the world. In 2000, we've increased to 6 billion people. And in 2020, 2 years ago, we are almost 8 billion people in the world. And in 2050, how many years from now, we are going to be almost 10 billion people. When you look at the second slide, the second line, the lifespan or expectancy, in 1900 people lived for 31 years. This is global. Nigeria, we didn't capture that, but it's global. In 2000, people lived for 67 years on the average. In 2020, people lived for 72 years. In 2050, we are going to be living on the average 77 years. In Japan, they are already living for 85, 90 years. In China, the same. In Nigeria, we improved. About 30 years ago, we are 42, so we are about 52 now. But generally, people are living for 72 years on the average globally now. Japan, China, they are the highest, they live longest. And when you look at our GDP, in 1900, 3.4 trillion, in 2000, 66 trillion, in 2020, 95 trillion, in 2050, 165 trillion. And when you look at climate, every time things are getting hotter. You can see 13.7, now 14.9, and then every year it will be increasing by 1.5 degrees Celsius. And when you look at the landmass, this is where the question is, this exam. The landmass remains the same. But human beings, we are increasing. The two culprits are India and Nigeria, or Africa. Let's say India and Africa. The birth rate is about 4.9 for the two continents, one continent. 4.9. In developed countries, they're actually flat. France is flat, Japan is flat. So, but we are the one driving the world population. This is what Elon Musk saw. This is what Bill Gates saw. But he came out with different conclusions. Elon Musk saw this and he said, what will happen? Let me start preparing for the space. Dubai people saw this And he said, what will happen? I don't know how many of you still remember that Dubai has a minister for space, less than 30 years old. That in the next 100 years, let's prepare our children for the life in space. Bill Gates saw this, he came up with a different conclusion that medicine should be able to do something about this. Because the land mass is not increasing, and we're increasing. And the scientists say that this universe can only, this world can only take 8 billion people comfortably. And now we've gotten to the 8 billion. We've gotten to the age, every child that is born now is excess lovely to the effect of the world. I know some of you still want to have children. Have I my own? But this is what the scientists say. So for any of you today that is living here, the youth, take note of this figure and draw your own conclusion. Facebook saw this, it was, okay, what if I can connect 5 billion people on one platform? Amazon saw this, it says, what if I can connect the whole world on a platform? Environmental sustainability is both a danger and an opportunity for the youth, in the sense that you can look at how can we sustain our environment better. Then there are so many NGOs that are funding that globally today. So the world is going to work on 6 legs in future. The first one is platform economy. Any of you who wants to be rich, you have to think global and start local. Uber is just 2 laptops, and they have the largest vehicles today in the world. Only 2 laptops. 2 guys, only 2 laptops. What did they do? They built a platform. So the fastest way and the biggest money today is not in the refinery, it's not in sugar. The biggest money today is a platform. Jeff Bezos, who is one of the richest men in the world, what does he have? Platform. Facebook, what does he have? Platform. Jack Ma of Alibaba, what does he have? Platform. The richest Chinese man is a teacher, or he was a teacher. Platform. 20 years ago, he said MD, CEO, whatever. But today, it's just in your bedroom. Build a platform and a TikTok. Who knows the TikTok is a China boy who just built a platform. And the platform became successful during COVID. People are bored and they want to laugh, and they just told people, just do any video and make people laugh. Today is a multi-billion-dollar business. Trump became so jealous that he told the guy, if you do not take it to the stock exchange and everybody buys into it, I'm going to ban you and go back to China. So he has to. He was false because he has captured the data of everybody. There is one of you that has not seen TikTok now. There is a lot of young people making money on TikTok. It's ordinary platform. What does it take to build a platform? Just have a skill in graphic design and web development. I believe even if you don't have that skill, engage somebody who has a skill. Just tell them what platform you want them to build. But today you are going to compete with 8 billion people in the world. In one of the hospitals I work for about 10,000 staff, we had only 10 white. But today they don't need to come here. Indians don't need to come to Nigeria to work in Nigeria because of the power of the internet. So the exam is this: how do you run faster than Google, the AI in Google? And then how to know yourself before they actually provide you. So that's the exam you need to do going forward. One of the dangers of the AI is the self-replicating robots. Will robots ever get to a level whereby they become so intelligent and so we've heard about spiritual machine, and the day the robot is able to decide what to do to you, that is this civilization is threatened. And we're almost getting to that level. First, we've got a robot that can replicate robots. But can they one day decide to produce a robot that will not obey your instruction, that will obey their own instruction? Those are spiritual machines. So in education, we talk about how do we survive? How do we produce people that will be for nature, that will be impactful? Now it's about skill, no more about certificates. Now it's about amoebic profession. In our own lifetime, if you are an engineer, you are an engineer for life. But it's not going to be like that again. Every 10 years, you are going to change your profession based on what is happening in the society. Because life is not going to remain like it was for us 50 years, no change. Oh, I engineer for life. No, you are not going to survive. Every 10 years, you must decide again what is relevant, what is left on the table for you to do. And then, where is the money for the future? The money is in blockchain. Blockchain is going to replace the current notes, currency we are using. So it's going to go digital, and when it goes digital, it's going to be on blockchain. The MC was asking, when will she be able to sit in her room and actually vote without going out? We have a blockchain technology that can do the voting. All of us will vote on our phone, and we all see the result within 1 second, and we even see the numbers is going up or going down, SDP is going, APC is going down, PDP is going up. We can all see that. And there will be no rigging, because nobody, blockchain is a distributed technology. So it's not hackable. So blockchain, for any of you who still have the youthful brain to study anything in computing, go for blockchain. But if you don't want to go for blockchain, go for data science. Data science are the highest paid people today in the world. So AI people, they are the highest people paid today in the world. So on any of these things, and the essay for science in Lagos talk about genomics. So because our cells will be edited as we go into the future. So next slide. Okay, women have come, and in 1960 we have only one woman leader, one woman. As of today, we have 15 of them, and it's going to continue to increase. So the implication of this is that men should watch less Premier League, because women are going to take over. You should watch less Premier League and spend more time in your food. Next slide. Next slide. So their child needs to be more educated. The multiplier effect is actually higher when you educate the girl child. And I said for men and boys, you have boys, I have all boys, so we must make sure they watch less television, less Premier League. Marriage is going to become obsolete. Yes, it's already obsolete. Okay, yes. It's not going to be necessary again. Because of robots, everything. So things have changed beyond. And then single parenting is going to be the order of the day. In 31 countries, 60% of births were born from married women. And it's going to be like this forever. It's going to continue to increase. So if you have a worship center and say, okay, you are not married, don't come to this worship center, you are not going to have anybody inside the place. So because it has changed. And then there will be a complete restructuring of global financial system. Last slide, go. So as we conclude, the world is going to be divided into 4 countries. Right now we are divided into 2. Developing. Many of us know that just about 4 weeks ago, JP Morgan removed the name of Nigeria from emerging markets because they said, you read it? Yeah, you read it. They said there is no evidence of the oil wind fall on Nigeria. So going forward, the world is going to be divided into four blocks. The unserious countries, the smart countries, and the mature countries. So for us, the unserious countries are the ones that their per capita income is static, like that of Nigeria for 40 years. We are at the same level with Singapore in 1960. South Korea at the same level. But Singapore today is $65,000 per capita income. It has still remained as 2,000. So the smart countries are the Israel, Singapore, UAE, China, Scandinavian countries. Those ones there, per capita income is around $60,000. And then we have mature. Europe is already mature. So there is no much progress there again Japan is already mature. Japan is faced with 3 tragedies. They live, aging population, they live longer, and then they are not giving birth to children, and they are not taking migrants. So in the next, by 2050, Japan population will reduce from 112 million to 80 million. So that's life. So there is a process of deglobalization right now. Nationalism is taking over, and the non-state actors will become more powerful. Non-state actors like Amazon, like Twitter, like Facebook, the power in their hands is enormous and not accountable. When they wanted to remove Nigeria, and we panicked because we cannot afford to be off the social media for too long. So the power in their hands is enormous and is unaccountable. And there will be a continuous destabilization of mineral-rich countries like Nigeria, like Afghanistan, like DRC, Dr. Congo, and Ukraine. So, and in terms of health, we are going to be having genetic modification. So if you are pregnant, we can deal with the pregnancy in the womb, because once they tamper with the cells, some things that are hereditary can be removed. They did a study in the US that there is about 10 generations of a family that they've been criminals. So when they look at the gene, they saw that the 10th, not 4, not 5, 10 was criminal, 9 was criminal, 8 was criminal, 7 was criminal. Yeah, now it is possible to remove that gene of criminality. And then, when you're looking for an idea of the kind of platform that will sell in future, body organ platform will sell in the future. The same way Alibaba is selling now, the same way Jefferson is making money now. These are the ways Elon Musk thinks. That's how he became the richest man in the world. He thinks crazy. He woke up one day and said, I will buy $2,044 billion. That's crazy. He said, are you mad? He said, yes, something like that. So, everybody is thinking of setting up a new platform. There is no platform today where they sell human organs. Human organs not the way you kill people, but they grow human organs in pig. They grow human organs in whatever animals. And then they harvest them, and then they sell them. But this is about 20 years to come. Not now. And then, let's go. Next slide. So, conclusion. I read. Understanding the future requires you to discard the way you think today. You delete ideas that seem natural and look immutable today. There are so many ideas that look natural to us because we grew up with those ideas. You have to delete them, and then governance will become government of the 1% by the 1% for the 1% of people. The future comes in fit and start for those who are scared if they will be still relevant tomorrow. The question to ask yourself is that what next is valuable when certain tasks have been commoditized? What next is left on the table? And also, for those who are scared of climate crisis, the good news is that climate change is creating new jobs, new economy, and new billionaires. And I conclude, I ask you, what map? You need a map to navigate the future. Each of us need a map. My conclusion is, what maps are you using to navigate the future? We have the wrong map, we have the old map, we have the bad map, and we have the good map. What map is in your hands? Thank you very much.
This is Digivation Network.